who say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm introducing Mr. John Kipley, a former Steward student and a U.S. Army veteran. His father, Ben and Kaylin Kipley.
Hey everybody, my name is John Kipley. I was in the U.S. Army and the U.S. Army Reserve for 8 years. I've actually spoken a few times at some of the Veterans Day celebrations, and one of them was in September 11th. It was right after September 11th, actually. There was a guy who was a British knight. His name was Sir Patrick Duffy, and he gave a speech, and then I came in, and I had just graduated from Stewart the year prior. So that was a real emotional time for everybody. I was in an airborne unit, an infantry unit, which means I used to jump out of airplanes. So that's actually my dad and me. So I was 19 in that picture. So I had just graduated from Steward School the year prior. And my father was a lieutenant colonel. So he had been in the Army for about 30 years. And this picture was taken, I believe this one was just after 9/11 in 2001. So we got to have a nice picture together.
What was like that feeling when you jumped out of the plane the first time?
Airplanes? Yeah. So that's a great question. People ask that all the time. So I did static line jumps, which means, yes, we jumped out of airplanes, but there was a rope attached to my parachute that would self-deploy. So the rope pulled us out or our parachute out. So what's interesting was we would free fall for about 4 seconds. So when you're packed in an airplane in the Army, you're packed in like sardines, like fish, there's no room to move. And then all of a sudden, as everybody starts jumping out, you just sort of follow them. Now, I used to love doing what's called riding the door, which means I used to get to be the first jumper out of one side of the airplane almost every jump because of what I did in the Army. So they would open the door and I could look out the door for 20 minutes before it was time to jump. And I would just look at all the villages and just whatever. And the cold air would hit. But when you first jump out of the airplane, it was really, 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 really loud and usually kind of cold because it's kind of like putting your head out of a window at a moving car. And then as soon as your parachute opens, it becomes silent, absolutely silent. It's quiet as can be. So it's just kind of a weird shock to your system. But I always remember it just being really, really, really fun.
That's not sure. That's all.
Right. Well, Mr. Kipley, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. I wish we had some more time. Maybe we'll do this again. But thank you so much, and we appreciate your time, and happy Veterans Day, everyone. Good job.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
I am introducing Mr. Ernest Laurie Jr. He is a veteran of the U.S. Navy. He served for over 20 plus years, and he is a brother to Mr. Richard Laurie.
That picture I just put on made chief in the Navy after about 15 years, which was really good. It was a good accomplishment, and I was very proud of that. And it just, from that moment on, or from that point on, it just helped me to strive to be, the best I can, at all times.
Hi, I'm Henry, and my question was, what was your favorite thing that you did while you were in the military?
My favorite thing, to narrow it down, I would say the thing I had the most fun with was the traveling part, getting a chance to see the different countries. Traveling around the world. That was it was very exciting to see the different cultures at hand instead of seeing it on TV or reading it in a book. That was the best experiences that I've had.
How did you deal with being away from your family for those long amounts of time? I believe it was maybe 6 months or so at a time.
6 months. We had 6-month deployments. We had some of them were longer than that. The key for that was family. Calling home, receiving letters. Those were the big things that usually kept my head over water to keep on pressing on. Without their support or y'all support, it wouldn't have been possible. It was family. It was family, because I didn't want my family to see me fail. So to be strong at what I do shows character to someone that's looking up to you. So that's what kept me going. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Enjoy.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Good luck, man.
Love you too.
All righty. Bye-bye.
We honor you today.
Today and every day, we're grateful for you.
Thank you for fighting for our freedom. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Thank you, veterans, for being our heroes.
Thank you, veterans, for serving our country.
Thank you for your bravery.
Thank you for risking it all for people you don't even know. Thank you for your leadership and care for others.
Thank you for peace and justice. Thank you for your service.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day.